Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be doing a deck profile of my newly updated Ancient Dragon Tachikaze deck. So Tachikaze is another very undersupported clan, but whenever they get support, it's always amazing support, and it always can stand the test of time. It can keep them current and bring them up to speed with everyone else for a long time. Because when you think about it, last time Tachikaze got cards was set 11. Hence why I've got my Seal Dragon sneak preview playmat here. So basically when Seal Dragons came out and when Dauntless Drive and Transcore Dragon came out, that was when the Ancient Dragons originated. And that was the last time, not counting Fighters Collection because they got like one card in that, was the last time that Tachikaze got real support. So they never got a reverse unit, so that's why they never got anything really during the whole Link Joker thing. But they finally get some support in the form of Legion, and I must say it's pretty good. The deck is very consistent overall. It's more consistent than Grand Blue because you're not having to toolbox anything out of a drop zone that's kind of random, and you're not having to really, it's all about, it's kind of like Revengers sort of for Dragon Empire. I mean, that's the best way to sum it up. But they're just really consistent, very good clan overall. So I know when Vanguard was new, a lot of people liked Tachikaze, and they were very budget friendly, and they still are very budget friendly. I mean, they've got like 2 perfect guards. They got the non-Ancient Dragon one, the Ancient Dragon one. Now they have a Quintet wall. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So for Ancient Dragon Tyrannoquake, this guy is their main boss monster. He's really good. Basically, he can attack and set up the field so they can get more than 3 attacks in a turn. And he attacks for like 30k with a critical when he does that. So when he's a Legion, it's just really good. Really good extreme pressure. And it can rebuild columns because of, like, anyone who plays Tachikaze or has ever played against Tachikaze, that you know what I mean when I say they rebuild columns. They basically like retire their stuff, but then that stuff comes back standing up so it can attack again. So really good card. Next, for Ancient Dragon, Magma Armor. So this guy is not as good as the other one. So this guy, in order for him to be effective, you have to play the correct rearguard lineup in order for him to actually do some damage to the opponent. But overall, he's still a pretty good card, pretty good backup. They could have gotten something a little bit better in my opinion, but what they have is effective and it's good enough. So you just have to know how to play the deck correctly. And the nice thing about the deck is once you get the hang of it, it's just really easy to play, and it's really fun, and you will get a lot of wins. For grade 2, for Ancient Dragon Tyrannobite, this is the Legion mate for Tyrannoquake. Basically, this is the new grade. This is like a grade 2 of the grade 1 that they used to have. Iguuanogorg, I think was his name. So Iguuanogorg was the grade 1 that can recall itself from the drop zone when it gets retired by the effect of one of your cards. So basically same thing, only it's grade 2. So, and it's Legion mate. It's really good. Next, for Knightarmor, Ancient Dragon Knightarmor. Though this guy is not quite as good in my opinion because his effect is only live when the Vanguard is Legion. And he retires another great rearguard, but he does get the, when it hits, you can unflip a damage, and he gets 5,000 in unflip. Basically, he eats something. He eats one of your dinosaurs, and he gains 5k, and then when it hits, you can unflip a damage. So, pretty good Legion mate for Magma Armor. And then the only other grade 2 that I'm running is Ancient Dragon Dinocrowd. So people are probably wondering, like, why are you not running the 12k? The 12k Ancient Dragon Attacker isn't really necessary, and the main thing is this guy goes up to 14k. So basically, Raptor's effect, Dinocrowd is when he attacks, he eats something, like basically retire a rearguard, and he gains 5k. So that means that he can just hit a better number. So meaning him plus a 7k behind him, that's 21k right there. That's already better than the 12k. And he is essential because he makes Magma Armor do stuff. So that's the reason why we run him. I mean, Magma Armor is kind of dependent, like I said earlier, on the rearguard lineup. and this is one of the essential cards for Magma Armor to actually reach its full potential. So that's the grade 2s. For grade 1s, 3 Ancient Dragon Paraswall, Ancient Dragon Sentinel, and 1 Ancient Dragon Rockmine. This is their new Quintet Wall they got. So I just tend to run 3 Perfect Guards and 1 Quintet Wall. I remember back when Vanguard was new, like a bunch of people were only running 3 Perfect Guards because they thought that 3 was like good enough and 4 was overkill. They clogged the hand. We learned later on that that's not true. But really, with Quintet Wall is a Sentinel card. I mean, so many times have I chained a Perfect Guard off of a Quintet Wall just because I revealed it as one of the 5 cards. So it's not like the Quintet Wall hurts you, and this type of deck doesn't have anything that has Counterblast 2 or any Counterblast 3 kind of effects. So you have enough space for the Counterblast. So, and when you see the grade 0 lineup, you'll understand that the Quintet Wall is good enough at guarding. For grade 1s, 4 Triplasma or Triplasma. Ancient Dragon Triplasma basically is 10k attacker for Ancient Dragons. So the deck is very rush oriented. So you want to be able, like when they have a 9k grade 2, you want to still be able to attack them with an unboosted grade 1. So that's why I'm running the max copies of this. And then I'm running 2 Iguuanogorg. I may bump this up to 3. Originally, my previous deck was running 4 of this. This is really good, but because of the new Legion Mate, 2 of these plus 4 of the Legion Mate's already like 6 copies. So yeah, I could do 8, but it's good enough like this. And like I said, it's a rush-oriented deck, so I want to be able to attack even a 10k vanilla, or just those 9k grade 2 Vanguards unboosted to deal some extra damage early. And then 2 Ancient Dragon Gattlingaro. So this is the grade 1 of the Dinocrowd effect. Same thing. So it's essential for Magma Armor to be able to do stuff. And then last but not least, 2 Ancient Dragon Crestrunner. Just a 10k Legion booster because it's a new card and I have the space to run it. Otherwise, I would just take it out, run a 3rd one of this and a 3rd one of that. But for now, I am running this just to hit huge numbers, like 40k, for example, when attacking the Vanguard with critical. So, yeah. And for the grade 0 lineup, very simple because it is a budget deck, because it is an under-supported clan. And because it generates lots of annoying attacks and a lot of pressure, and more than 3 attacks, we run 12 critical and 4 heal. And a lot of people think 12 critical is bad. People who think 12 critical bad, I don't really know what to tell them, because in these guys, the Ancient Dragon critical, it can unflip a damage, so I can give you extra counterblast. The Black Cannon Tiger, you almost never use the effect, but it's, I don't know. It's in a critical. And they got a new Ancient Dragon Flame Maiden critical. So we're running that. So 12 critical. So 12 critical Tachikaze is extremely scary. And the starter is Ancient Dragon Babysaurus. Because it is another target for either your Legion or Dinocrowd, or even this guy. So that was my Ancient Dragon deck. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Tachikaze, overall, I think is a very underappreciated clan, and very underestimated too. Like, oftentimes people will, like some guy playing Revengers will be like, oh, whatever, you're gonna play Tachikaze. And then I just crit kill him because I'm running 12 crit, and he no guards at 3 damage. I double crit him. But anyway, and that's like 4 damage right there with the Legion. But anyway, guys, that was the Tachikaze deck. Let me know what you would change. Probably, really, I can just think of changing the grade 1s a bit. But as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.